So, guys, normally we do a whole thing that makes you want to laugh real quick before we start this show. Shows you how goofy we are. But real talk, Judy just was telling me in our pre-show that she and her husband are binging what show? Oz, right?
Yes.
And so the one thing I've got to ask you before anything else. 8-year-old Ryan had no business watching that show, huh?
Absolutely not. Like the first episode, I go, wow, baby Ryan was watching this.
It was a lot. Welcome to a conversation with Judy and Ryan right here on YouTube at TABPOD. Check us out on all the social medias, the TikToks, the Twixes. At some point we'll be on to Facebooks, because that's what you do. You start at the top and then you work your way down to,
Yes.
the real dregs of the internet. Mm-hmm. My mom is probably like, I do Facebook. I'm not a dreck. You don't know anything, Ryan.
You don't know.
Okay, Judy, I got to ask you real quick.
Okay.
We've been doing this segment of yours, that faces that annoy Judy, and, excuse me, sorry. I feel like at some point you pulled a bait and switch on me.
What do you mean?
Because I thought that the segment, and this is how it was sold to me, this is what I fell in love with. I thought the segment that was being sold was faces that give Judy the ick. I remember highly being on that we were going to be able to tell people that Jake and Thomas Logan gave Judy the ick, and now it's just that they annoy. And look, to be fair to you, I do feel like saying that anyone gives you the ick can be harsh, so maybe you didn't want to put yourself in that situation. Mm-hmm. But damn it, I just feel a little bamboozled.
I think you were just getting two things like mixed up, because I said annoying, like faces that annoy me, but I think you're also getting it people that give me the icks. I think you're just combining the two unintentionally.
I think you combined the two. Don't try and turn this around. No.
Yes. I specifically said faces that annoy me, and then there's it's not even a segment, it's just something I'd like to talk about when certain people give me the ick. And that's just like it's just kind of like a broader term, right? Because it's just people. And it could be any rando that's like on the side of the street that's like, knocking on my window type thing. Like,
I'm going to have a forensic scientist comb through all of our previous episodes.
Okay.
And determine what was actually said. Because this, like I said, I feel bait and switched. I feel like I was getting one thing, and now I'm getting like a version of that thing, but not the actual thing. Okay. You've used car salesman me on this podcasting platform. Caught you off guard with that one, huh?
A little bit, a little bit. But hey, you sold it, so I mean, you bought it. It'll forever be. It'll forever be in our show moving forward.
And then there's another thing that I also feel bait and switched on.
Okay.
So I see that you're in a brand new location.
I am.
You got all your stuff going. I see your Knight's pillow, by the way. They came back. Did you watch the game last night? They came back. Oh,
Did they? Who they play against? I didn't watch it.
They played real quick. They played against the Blues. We went down 3-1. And then at some point we just came storming back and it ended up 5-3.
Wow.
So, but
awesome. Amazing.
So I see that you've decorated your house. I was told that we were going to get a goddamn house vlog.
We're almost done.
Oh, come on. You're worse than a contractor. No, just 2 more weeks. Just 2 more. I just need 2 more weeks. We had a bad storm. Everything got slowed down because of this. You know what it is? I know it's taking so long. It's because you use old slave labor. You use your damn in-laws. Instead of getting actual movers, you used actual movers. You would have been done 3 weeks. You would have been done before you moved in.
Listen, Linda, listen. We finished moving everything in. It's all about like getting things where I needed to be. Also known as my OCD, probably like kicking in.
Oh, like, look what's happening. My yelling is now ruining his homework.
Well, maybe you shouldn't yell so loud around your child.
Well, maybe you shouldn't upset me. It's your fault. You're making my family crumble. If I wasn't so upset at you,
I'm trying to explain about my moving situation.
No,
which
I get
is not
that.
a situation.
Look, hold on, Taylor Swift. I'm gonna let you finish. I'm just saying that you're the reason that if after this show, if I go back there and I have an upset child and an upset EP. It's your fault.
I thought EP already left. She like went into the room and she's like, I'm done.
That's what you couldn't see him, but they're all back there right now. He's just, he's like a half foot shorter than her. So my chair and my big head of hair, it covers him. My point, if I go back there and I'm in trouble, it's your fault because you made me yell.
Okay.
Okay,
it
cool.
It is my fault. Yeah, we'll get that.
So old slave labor.
It was one time we stopped. Everything was moved on the first day we got here, okay? Now it's all about making sure things go where they're supposed to go. All the boxes are gone. All of like the storage bins are gone. Now it's more of like, okay, what can I do to decorate this place? And this new space that I'm in is actually now my office. So this is one of our guest rooms / office. So we got a new couch and I didn't know what to do with our old one. And our old one pulls out into a bed. So Valerie's was like, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you need that extra space,
Oh my God. Okay, so back to what I was saying. My friend Valerie was like,
I bit my lip just then. I don't know what's going on right now.
Like, I can't see you because I'm trying to look at like here. If I can see in the corner of my eye. I was like, what is he doing? I was just talking about how my couch transforms into a bed, and here you're like, yeah.
Yeah, well,
what a
we all
sexy
know.
Cow.
we know why you bought that couch. Is my point. Okay, we know why.
Oh yeah, tell us why, Ryan.
'Cause y'all be fucking. That's why. Duh.
Okay. Anyways.
House vlog.
Yes, it'll come. We're almost done. We got our new couch in. Christmas tree is up. All the boxes are gone.
Does this one also turn into a couch, or is it just big enough, or a bed, or is it just big enough that you could like use it also as a bed?
It's a modular couch. Modular couch.
Yes.
Sorry, it came out weird when I was like, what? But you can configure it to where it could be one big bed.
Yeah, I bet it can. Yeah. See. we all know.
Gotta christen all the rooms.
When you and Keith walked into the furniture store, y'all only had one thing on your mind. Is this sturdy enough to take a pounding? Okay.
Have you seen that TikTok where it's like a couple that's in actually a furniture store and they're doing like different positions on it? And they're like, yeah, that'll work. And then they just go around.
I have not, thankfully. The only one that I've seen lately is, and I'm going to divert a little bit from what we were going to talk about.
Sorry.
The only one I have seen is this challenge going around TikTok. And honestly, I want you to do this to Keith.
Okay.
Okay. So that's a verbal agreement. So you cannot, no matter what I say, you can't back out. I could say it's a pegging challenge and you have to do it. Sorry, Keith. Sorry, buddy. But no, there's a challenge going around where girls are making their husbands, boyfriends, whatever, download the Bratz game and make them, and let them play on their system instead of like playing whatever game they're playing, Baldur's Gate, Spider-Man 2, whatever.
Okay.
And so...
Oh, it's like on the PS5 type thing?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know if it's just,
like
I know it's on the
app.
PS5. No. I know it's on the PS5 and I know it's on the Xbox. I'm not sure if it's on the Switch or not. But yeah, like making them download it and then making them watch them play it. So I need a TikTok of you doing that to Keith. And I'm sorry, Keith. I know. Look, buddy. Look, this is just... a little bit of revenge.
Is this a free game?
No, it's not a free game. I don't know how much it is.
All right. Oh, God. All right. Okay.
Hold on. Let me see how much it is, okay? I don't want you guys going. You just bought a house. I don't want it going into foreclosure.
I'm like, is it like $70 like a regular PS5 game?
Oh, I bet you it is.
If it is, we're not spending $70 on a
Let's see.
game. If it's like 25, okay.
All the ones that, oh, here we go. No, it's only $20 on Amazon, and it is, and some places it's only $10, and it is on the Nintendo Switch, if this is the right one. I'm not really big into the whole Bratz scene. So if it's not flaunt your fashion, then I'm not sure, but that's the one I'm seeing. So
I remember when I was younger, and my cousin was younger, like, she always said, I reminded her of a Bratz doll when I was a kid.
God.
I was like, okay. Anyway.
So yeah, so make a TikTok
really thought
of that.
I thought you were talking about a different TikTok challenge, but I will do this
Which
one.
challenge did you think?
I sent it to EP and I don't want to ruin it. So if it wasn't that one, I'm not gonna ruin it.
You are trying to ruin my life. First you get me yelling, and then you send her TikToks that you know I'm not gonna like, and now I'm yelling again.
I think he should. I think
ruin her!
That's just your regular voice at this point.
Oh man. God, I am. You know what? I was really excited for the second half of the show, but now I'm just really worried about it. Because we have an old friend of mine coming on. His name is Ramon. And that's how I'm going to refer to him until he actually comes on. Ramon.
Okay.
But I was looking forward to it. And now the way that this conversation has already started, I'm kind of dreading it. I don't know if I want you having access to one of my childhood friends, okay?
It's going to be fun.
You don't tell me what it's going to be, okay? It's gaslighting, okay? My feelings have feelings.
We know.
Oh, man. Oh, Judy!
Yeah?
It is time for Ryan Refutes.
You like the way we think that?
Today? Huh? Oh, I loved it. I loved it. I loved the choreography that we had going on. It was Totally practiced.
Can't wait for our YouTube watchers to see our synchronized thing. I didn't know the name.
Oh,
Anyways.
I don't know. Time out before you give me what I'm refuting. I don't know if you did that on purpose or not, but you said YouTube, and you never say YouTube viewers. You always talk about the stuff that's getting clipped for TikTok. Are you saying that you don't think the refutes is good for TikTok?
No,
We're talking to ticks.
No, it's different because you can't see when we do it side by side because it's clipped, right? So it's like me, then you, then me, then you. It's not
but I see that's an insult to my editing because I do be showing reactions. Not all the time, but they be in there. Okay.
Anyways, okay, so on this week's episode of Ryan Reviews, it's actually not food related. But I got the idea from someone I saw in a Facebook comment. And he had a hot
we're getting
take.
the refutes from the dregs of the internet.
Oh,
God.
Well, it's one of my friend's brothers, so I know who it is. But it was a very hot take, and I was like, oh, I'm going to ask Ryan this. This is going to be a good one. So I want you to refute that Key and Peele is a better comedy show than The Chappelle Show.
Okay. Okay. So, look, if we're talking about comedians, Dave Chappelle is pretty much on the Mount Rushmore of stand-up comics, comedic geniuses, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. But if we're talking about shows, look, I'm not going to sit here and say that possibly the peak of the Chappelle Show was greater than the peak of Key and Peele. But even then, I'm not really sure. Like, I would say that the Chappelle Show was one of those shows that definitely had more buzz, and a lot of people were talking about it. But this is also, look, Key and Peele came up pre-ish internet into the internet age and has only become more popular, while the Chappelle Show has kind of fizzled out. So that's why I say, if you want to say that the Chappelle Show had a bigger peak, I can understand it, but I can also disagree with it, right? Now, let's actually get into the meat and potatoes of the argument. You know what a lot of people tell me when I say to them that I think LeBron James is the greatest player to ever set foot on a basketball court? You know what a lot of people say?
What do they say?
What about Jordan, bro?
Yeah.
What about Jordan, bro?
What about Kobe?
And then I'll be like, well, he's got more points, he's got more assists, he's got more this, he's got more that. And like, who's got more rings? And like, okay, fine. You want to get into the rings debate. But if the rings debate works in sports, then it should also kind of work in entertainment, right? And what is getting a ring when it comes to having a TV show? Is it getting an award? No, because they give out more awards for TV. You can go to, that's half of Hollywood, is just people giving out awards for stuff so they could charge you $79.95 a plate for this dumb dinner. So no, it's not awards. Is it critiques? No, it's not critiques. The award in show business is getting renewed. And how many seasons did the Chappelle Show get?
6? Maybe?
What? No. If my brain serves correctly, I believe it was 2.
It was only 2? No.
Hold on. This is one of the rare times I get. Okay, Chappelle Show had 3 seasons. Okay?
Huh. Okay.
Let me see. And I know why. I know why it was shortened, because someone is going to get in the comments and be like, calm it down. Okay? Let me get there. How many seasons?
At like some point I tried to watch it and they were only like 1 season was available somewhere. And I'm like, what? Very confused.
Let's see. And then how many seasons of Key and Peele had 5 seasons. Okay?
Okay.
So if we're counting rings, 3 to 5. Just, and now someone's gonna, like I said, someone's gonna come at me and be like, well, the only reason that Dave Chappelle didn't have more seasons is because he had a mental breakdown and he couldn't do his show anymore. They would have let him go for as long as he wanted. Right? And that's fine. But what is, in all of sports, what is the best ability?
To win championships?
No.
Oh.
But you need this in order to win championships.
A team?
No.
I don't know where we're going.
I don't know what a team ability is. Okay? Was this like the Avengers when the Hulk throws Wolverine? It's like team ability. No. The best ability in all of sports is availability. Because if you are unavailable, doesn't matter how fast you are, doesn't matter how strong you are, doesn't matter how smart you are. If you're not on the field, it doesn't matter. And Dave, I love you. I think you're amazing, but you had the breakdown and you couldn't do any more seasons. But Key and Peele didn't have that breakdown. So that is why, in my opinion, I believe Key and Peele far superior to the Chappelle Show. More wins, more longevity, more availability. Refute me not, bitch.
I feel like we need to insert like claps here or something.
I'll get some claps for the soundboard.
Okay.
All right, Judy. I just ranted for the last 5 minutes. Yeah. So what's going on with you? Because I know that you have been wanting to rant about what's going on at work.
Yes. Okay.
So please tell me.
Workplace Chronicles with Judy. It's not even like this work related in a sense that it's like things that I do for work. I remember I talked about it like last year around the same time. I become that designated decorator for our office. And well and behold, here we are again, December. Holiday decorations need to be put up. Okay, fine. I love to decorate Christmassy things. Like Christmas is probably one of my favorite holidays. I have a Christmas tree up. That's all that matters.
I'm just saying, you like to do everything but your house. That's because you're slow playing that.
Anyways, so one of my boss was like, oh, let's come up with a theme again. Because last year it was like gingerbread houses. This year we're doing a different theme. I'm like, all right. And somehow there's a big contest again on our floor, like against all the quadrants. Whoever has the best decorated like quadrant gets a free breakfast or whatever. Like, all right, I guess. So our theme this year, our Christmas movie.
The only thing that could make Judy not give a fuck about free food is forced labor.
Forced labor and having to spend my own money on certain things. All right, let me just
see, you didn't say that part yet.
Not yet. But so Christmas movies is what my boss chose. Or she chose it, honestly. But each of our rows are different Christmas movies. I got lucky because our Christmas movie is The Grinch. So we turned our whole side of our quadrant into like a Whoville, right? And although even though my boss bought a lot of like the little things, she bought like the banners and whatnot, I still have to decorate like my own desk to fit the part. Or else they come and they're like, oh, your desk looks so bare. Oh, you should do this. Or maybe you can... Like, I got this kind of money to like throw around?
You are part of the quadrant.
I am, but like, can I just come like combine all the decorating I've done for our row in its entirety instead of just spending my own
Well,
money on my own
I
quadrant,
guess
like my own
I guess my
cubicle.
question is like, how is it that you had stuff to decorate the rest of the row, but not your desk?
It's because they bought most of like the outside stuff that we could put, and like they have their own contest for individual cubicles. So I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, so
Okay.
I
So they
bought
want they
stuff.
want you to win the individual cubicle also.
I guess yes,
Okay.
it's a whole thing. But so I'm like, all right, I can buy like easy decorating thing for me is like wrapping my whole desk in like gift wrap paper. So I bought Grinch the
Wrapping paper.
Grinch, like, yeah, gift wrap paper with the different decorations. So it's coming along. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to print out things on like my cardstock and just use the computer, like use the color printer in our office. And you know, it's coming along now on a budget.
So you like printing, because when I hear cardstock, what I'm also thinking is like you're printing out a picture of the Grinch and you're cutting it out so that you can stick him onto the table.
Yeah, or I have him on also I use like our coffee stirrers in the break room.
Yeah.
And they're all propped up, you know, it's looking pretty festive in my desk, I won't lie.
Festive and affordable.
You know, we love a budgeting queen.
we really do.
So that's I mean, I'll keep you guys updated. So our judging day is next Wednesday. So by next week's episode, when we record it, I'll know if I won or not.
Oh my God, I can't wait. I can't wait for, honestly, do they please tell me that they do like a first, second, and third?
They do.
Oh, yes. All right. And then for cubicles specifically, are you competing with the other quadrants, or are you competing
all the quadrants are competing against, so the whole floor.
So basically everyone's competing against everybody else.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry to say this, kind of. I hope that you come in like second place. Just so that, because here's why. I don't want you to lose, but I want you to complain about the person you lost to.
Oh, yes. And you know what? I will have pictures also of all these.
I know that you'll be petty and you'll be like, oh my God, all the work I did with these goddamn coffee stirrers, and this person just bought a plushie. Like, this is so stupid.
Yep, that's going to be me. Tune in 2 weeks, y'all.
Oh my God, I am so excited for that. Did you have anything else happening at work other than the cubicle wars?
That's me. I'd love to hear about the insurance boutique now, though.
Oh yeah, I'm at the boutique, and honestly, it's so fucking nice.
Like, now, I think you might just be at the honeymoon phase where everything's going great, right?
No, I fully understand that, right? I get that I am full dopamine rush right now. But there are certain things that just, when you're at an office, and I think this works at any office, right? But when you're at an office, you can kind of get a feel. I can anyway, because I'm very empathic in my opinion, and my opinion's really the only one that matters. So fuck you. I can get a feeling for if when someone's saying how much they like their boss or their manager or whatever, if it's like blowing smoke or if it's fully genuine, right? And everyone I've talked to in that office, it is fully genuine. There's that. There are certain work habits that my new boss has that I really admire, because it's not something that is really prevalent at all in the industry. And that is simply that he is there Monday through Friday, right? Most agents will take a Friday off and just have perpetual 3-day weekends. And okay, that's your business, you can do that.
Yeah.
But he doesn't do that. He also, and he said to me that he needs to do more of it to help, just grow his business. But he also doesn't go on a bunch of the insurance agent trips, right?
Okay.
The boss man at the Emporium went on all the trips. He went on so many trips. I swear to God, if there's a way, you know how you can get points that can contribute to air miles?
Right, yeah.
If there's a way, he needs the opposite, where his air miles contribute to whatever points he can get, because my man's be traveling. But there's that. He has a real grasp on his business. He's very involved. And you know what? I'll just say it. He's not cheap. Okay? We got a fridge full of drinks that we can just have. We got snacks. I'm allowed to listen to whatever music I want.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
Just be an adult about it. If it's ratchet and there's someone around, turn it off. Right?
Right. Yeah. Just courteous, right?
I don't know. It is such a good vibe.
Yeah.
I really don't think that I could have gotten into a better situation, also including the fact that I've driven 20 miles this week. Okay? It's so close to the house, bro.
Oh, that's so great. That's one way for me.
Yeah, I know. I was talking to your husband over the weekend, and I thought that when you guys moved, because he had told me that his commute was getting longer.
Mm-hmm.
So in my head, if his commute's getting longer, then yours has to get shorter, just by proxy. Yeah. Why? I don't know, because that's how my head works. But then he told me, he's like, oh, no. I drive 40 minutes one way. She drives an hour and 10 minutes one way.
I do. And
poor thing.
I suck it up. It took one episode of one of our episodes was my whole driveway home.
Yeah. But you do get your podcasting in, so that's good.
It is. It's good.
You know what you should do? You should listen to it one time for pleasure, and then listen to it a second time and take notes on my greatness. And then just and give me those notes back.
I was going to say, I do that, but not to take notes on your greatness. It's more of me to just follow up on something that I want to follow up on for the episodes.
Sweet. Well, now you can do two things. You're just like Travis Kelce, two things at once. Oh, speaking of Travis real quick, okay?
Oh, man. Okay.
I was talking to the EP the other day, and she was telling me about how there's a story where apparently Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce had already been dating before she showed up at that first game at Kansas City, right?
Mm-hmm.
To which I was like, duh. And she was like, no, after he said the thing about wanting to be friends on his podcast, they were talking a day later, and they had seen each other. I was like, duh.
Wait, did EP think
pause real quick. Let me. And she was like, I was like to her, I looked at her and she looked at me like, what? And I was like, did you really think that the first time that those two met was at a football game? And she was like, maybe it could have happened. I don't know. Ah!
Oh, EP.
Watch now. You know what she's gonna do to me? She's gonna do what you do. And I'm gonna get a text message being like, I didn't actually say that. I said this. It's good. That's what you both do every single time. You say one thing and then you bait and switch. And then, by the way, if anyone wasn't sure what the name of this episode is, bait and switch.
Although Evie does do it very often now, I've noticed. She goes, just our previous episode, she's like, that's not what I said about the butter. And after this group message, I was like, oh my God.
She did jump in that. But here's the thing. She went on this whole thing about, oh, well, I was talking about how I also have OCD, like, da-da-da-da. But here's the thing. Yeah, the whole conversation was about her aunt telling about how if she moves the butter in her fridge, that it messes with her husband. Our point, love, was that was not your fridge. So it doesn't matter what the context is. You don't need to be talking about anyone else's butter, which sounds vaguely pornographic. It's really not meant to.
Anyone else's butter.
Don't talk about anyone else's butter. Put it on a shirt.
I can't believe it's my butter.
That's why we get couches that turn into beds, people.
Oh, that's good.
Oh my God. No, but going back, yes, you know what I can do? You know what I can do? I can be an adult and be at my desk with my phone.
Wow. Were you not allowed at that at your old job?
At the Emporium? No.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Most people who everyone who works at the Emporium, except for me, because I got to a point where I didn't care if I lost my job. But the rule is you're supposed to put your phone in this room and leave it in there. And you can get up to go use it if you want. There's no restrictions on that. But yeah, it kept in a room. I just left it in my pocket. You know why? Because I'm an adult, and I also know, I would also, if it rang in my pocket, I would get up from my desk and I would walk away, right? The reasoning is that there is a rule at the higher up part of the corporate insurance company that says that we aren't allowed to have phones at our desks. But guess what? He's the only agent I know that enforces that rule. Okay?
Wow. Okay.
So, yeah. So for all those so I would keep mine in my pocket though, right? And then when I got up, I would go and get on the phone and I'd put it back and I'd go. Because here's the other thing. Most people have like an Apple Watch. Yeah. So if you're texting anyway.
That's true.
Right? It doesn't change anything. It just, all right. Ooh. I'm going to take a second. Because I am not in that toxic environment anymore.
You sure not?
I am now in a healthy mental environment. And
yes.
Okay. Honestly, the getting off a half hour earlier thing, on top of the fact that I'm so close, I've had to keep the kid. He's here, obviously. You guys saw on a day that we're recording. I've had to keep him all week because his mom's been sick. So, you know how easy it was that I didn't have to stress about driving and speeding because I live about a half hour away from his school, and Safe Key, which is the after school program, ends at 6:00. So let's do the math, people. We'll do it together. I get off at 5:30, and it takes me 30 minutes to get there. Right. But now. Oh, and then also on top of that, you're always hearing stuff from the kid like, oh, I was the last one here. Everyone was like, oh, you're the last one. Oh, I mean, I didn't really care, but it kind of sucked. And that's just, as a parent, that's the kind of stuff that really turns the knife just in there, right?
Yeah.
So, but now I pick him up and there's plenty of children still there. Sometimes there's faculty still there.
Wow.
Right? I was able to come home after work, have some time with my family, and then get ready for the show. I was also able to pick up dinner on the way home, have some time with my family, and get ready for the show. Like that half hour and the location of it do so much to make it just a good vibe that regardless of when this honeymoon ends, I'll still be much happier.
Right. I agree. Yeah. That makes sense.
So, but oh my God, it's the greatest job ever. It's my forever job. Yay! Oh, I like how my titties are just bouncing up and down. Look at that. Those titties. Appreciate me titties. If you guys are watching on anything, this is definitely getting clipped.
Oh, this is getting clipped. 100%.
Then you see me appreciating me titties. By the way, that's tiddies with a D. We're not vulgar on this show, okay? This is a family show.
We're not trying to get flagged again.
Do you think that gong actually is going to show up on the recording, or?
I think it would. I think it will.
Yeah? Well, we'll see. We're trying new things, people. A year in. Try new things. All right, when we come back, high school friend of mine coming on the show.
Yay!
His name, Ramon. And remember, I will never refer to him as Ramon after this. Ramon. So, that more coming up next on A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. Woo, woo, woo. Welcome back to A Conversation with Judy and Ryan right here on YouTube at TABPOD. I don't know if my explanation of time doesn't really work, but Ramon, because he's not on the show yet. So Ramon, he is running a little late, and Judy is on Central Time, so we're moving this thing along. Yes. Hopefully, at some point during the show, he joins. This is really not a good look for the show. Our first ever guest is a no-show.
I'm saying. Maybe we should have had him early in the first half.
I gave him I told him that it would be sometime between, and this is my time, 7:40 and 8 o'clock. Mm-hmm. And I hit him up at 7:50, and he told me he was on his way home. Come on, what are we doing?
I'm gonna have to clip this, and I will at you, Ramon.
Yes,
in this
we will.
Clip because wow, we do not like being stood up here. Okay.
All right. To be serious for a moment.
Yeah. There
was another goddamn shooting yesterday. December 6th, from whenever you're listening to this. And it was at UNLV, which is the college in the city that I live in, Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. And it just, it's so... I'm tired of talking about them. Why is it so easy for someone to have a gun? At what point do we do something?
Right.
And look, I'm not Mr. Take their guns away. I'm not saying that. I am saying that we need, obviously, a little bit more checks and balances when it comes to this stuff. Mm-hmm. I believe in the right for someone to be able to protect their home. I really do. But what about when someone's not at home? How are they going to protect themselves then? Oh, well, the answer to that is everyone should have a gun. Are you insane? You cannot let everyone have a gun.
Right.
Right? Just some people are just not mentally capable. And I'm not saying that some people are mentally ill and can't do it because of that. I'm saying that if I had a bad day and I'm in the middle of road rage traffic and I got a 9 strapped to my hip, I don't trust myself.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Hold on. Ramon has texted me. Okay. So you just let me know he's still doing stuff.
Thanks, Ramon.
Ramon. But yeah, man, like, how many lives have to be needlessly lost before something happens? And you know what's going to happen? They're going to fuck it up, and it's going to be like Prohibition, and they're just going to take away all the guns, which I know they won't because of boosters or whatever you call them, the people that pay the politicians. I can't think right now. I'm upset.
The lobbyists?
The lobbyists. Thank you. Thank you, not upset me. I'm so upset I forgot my co-host's name. Judy?
Maybe? No,
the guns are real quick. Yeah. The guns are never going to go away because of the lobbyists. I understand that. But if at some point it does hit a tipping point, they're not going to be like, oh, we're just going to make it so you can only have them in your personal home, or you can only do this, or you can only do that. They're going to say, nope, gone. And that's going to fuck it up. Because if you take something that has been so emotionally driven with people fully away, they will do everything within their right and outside of it even to keep that thing. It's human nature.
Yeah.
Judy, what were you going to say? I'm sorry.
No, one of my friends was actually at UNLV yesterday when all of this was going down.
She okay?
She's fine. She was on the other side of campus from where the incident happened. But, she kind of talked about how she was on lockdown, and so people who were evacuated and had their stuff still had to stay on campus, even though like they were free to go essentially, but they all had to stay there. And the ones who didn't have their stuff had to go back in. And it was like a whole ordeal. And like, obviously she's never been in this situation. And I don't want anyone to ever be in something like this. And it's just kind of scary that I think I have like old high school friends that were posting that they were near UNLV or at UNLV in a different side of the campus. It's like, it's just happening way too close. And I don't like
Judy, you used to work there, but I went to school there. I have people. Okay, I didn't know that if you had gone to school there or not. Anyway, it's about me.
It is my alma mater.
You graduated from there?
I did.
Oh. Good job. Look at you.
Thank you.
But I have people that were on the staff when I was there that still work there. Mm-hmm. I have friends that I went to school with that are now on the faculty there.
Yeah.
And I don't say that like, woe is me. Not at all. I'm saying that like people that I care about, even if they were not hurt, and thank God none of them were.
Right.
People that I care about were in danger because someone got upset that he couldn't get a job.
Yeah, I saw that part of the story this morning, and I go, "Are you shitting me?"
That's what I'm saying. So what's the next thing? We have to have metal detectors walking into campuses. Come on.
They do it in high school. I don't know.
Well, yeah, high school kids are fucking heathens, okay? Ask your husband, okay?
Oh, I know.
He was telling me the other day, he was like, Yeah, sometimes I come home and I just smell like the shittiest pot. Like, these kids, I think we called it skunk weed back in the day. And I was like, kids smoke at school?
Oh, yeah. The bathrooms everywhere.
See, and I did not know this because growing up, I told you I was not able to find it anywhere.
Right.
I didn't know how to ask for it, right? So the last thing I was doing was ever sparking up at school. And now his kids do it so much, he comes home. Although that would be a great cover if he's actually like on the way home from school. He's like, fuck! Ah! And then he's like, yeah, these fucking kids, man. Oh, yeah, they were smoking some terrible stuff today.
Oh, God. They smoking, vaping, everything.
Oh, man.
The wild, wild west out there.
This is almost becoming a bit. Judy, I forgot to tell you about something major happening.
Oh, my
in
God.
My life.
Again?
Yeah.
Okay.
My identity got stolen.
Like, to what extent? Like, how bad?
Not bad. Someone got one of my credit cards.
Okay.
Yeah. And
All
then
right.
I got a text from my bank today saying, hey, I think that this is suspicious because it's also with my credit union, and I specifically do not use those accounts other than to make payments and just keep stuff. It's basically my good credit accounts, right? So I just keep everything paid off over there. Like, I'll use it for gas or whatever, and I pay it off so that I can keep my credit score somewhat good.
Yeah.
But I got a text saying, your fraudulent activity suspected. Did you spend $950 at a Walmart Supercenter? And the first thing in my head was, this is a scam. They're trying to get that's what sucks about society, right?
Yes.
Is the first thing my head goes to.
Me too.
This is a scam. They're just trying to get me to call in so that they can trick me into giving them my PIN number.
Right.
And they can get all $14.32 in my account. Right?
Yep.
But I still did my due diligence, and I looked up the phone number, and it seemed legit. So I called them, and they were like, yeah. Did you try and spend $950 at a Walmart? And I was like, no, I did not.
No.
It's like, it's the one on North Decatur. Are you sure? No, it wasn't me. Like, I'm at work. Also, like, I'm not saying I'm above spending $950 at a Walmart, but like, Black Friday just happened. My bank account is shut down.
Yeah.
And then they were like, okay, well, what about this other one that happened previously at that same Walmart for $4.59? And I was like, that one was me. That was no. I told I was like, no, that wasn't me either. And that one, since I've been so vehement about the first one, they're like, okay, cool, we'll get that one disputed also. But yeah, first time in the history of ever that my credit card was stolen.
Man. What were you buying that got stolen?
Probably porn.
Porn?
Probably. So, I think honestly, because so at one point I did subscribe to a porn site in my recent history. And the reason before, all right, why are you buying porn? It was for nostalgia, okay? I think we can all agree that if you're spending something specifically for nostalgia, it shouldn't matter what it is, even porn, shut up, but it should be fine. And so there's this one group of sites that became popularized while I was growing up. Okay? Mm-hmm. And as a result of that, I was hold on one second, buddy. Actually, can you take him to the room? I don't want him to hear what I'm about to say. And then I'll call you guys back when I'm ready. It'll be like 2 minutes. Okay? Father of the Year.
Talking about nostalgia porn.
So like I was saying, the porn that I was watching was the stuff that was from my youth, and I felt like there was that, and then also there was one specific one that I was looking for that I couldn't find anywhere. So I signed up for the website. Oh man, the two biggest scams in the world: porn sites, gym memberships. Right? If you try to cancel either of those, you better come fully prepared to have to cancel it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Because I canceled the porn site, and then it said I had subscribed to another porn site for the exact same amount of money, but I had been subscribed to both of them the entire time. And I guess it's like you get a 2-for-1 special, right? But then you cancel one, you still pay full price on this other set of sites or whatever. And you know what was terrible too is that I called them to cancel it. And it was a little old lady, a little older, right, on the phone, but she had one of these like, meh, kind of voices.
Okay.
And I just didn't want to talk about what I had subscribed to. So she asked me, and she's like, what was the site? I don't know. I just can't remember. And then she's like, well, do you have the card? And I'm like, fuck, I don't have the card. I don't have it on me right now. Can you I'll give you my social. Can you just use it, my social security number? What if I gave you 2 phone numbers that I used to use? How about that? Does that work? Of course that doesn't work. So what does she have to do? She's like, okay, well, I'll just have to go through the account to verify that this is the right one. Oh, is it MILFs.com? Yes, that's the one. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Yes. Cancel that, please.
So there's porn, and then there's also gym memberships. I recently canceled a gym membership.
Oh.
Because the gym that I was going to was right next to the Emporium, right? Mm-hmm. So I could just after work, I would go there and then come home.
Yeah.
You know, because ow, I'm fine. Ow. Because God, I just broke my finger so I could do another appreciate me titties joke. Hold on. I almost forgot. I'm done talking about porn.
And MILFs.
And now that I'm saying it, I feel like it wasn't MILFs.com. It was like MILFporn.com. I feel like it was much more derogatory. Like I felt super uncomfortable. Like it was BBC.com or something like that. Okay, I think they're reading, so we're just gonna let them. Father of the Year, appreciate me titties because I work out so much. But I canceled it because I was going to it specifically because of where it is.
Yeah,
and there's another gym by me that I'd rather go to, especially since it's so close.
Yeah.
So I went in there. First, they tell you have to go in. The website tells you to go in, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So you go in. You know what they do? They tell you, go on the website.
God.
And then they have a, what is it? Terms of service is a good way to put it. Basically, whenever you cancel, you're paying 2 more payments.
Yeah, that makes sense. Mm-hmm.
Because you're paying for the most recent one, and then it's like 30 days out from there.
Yeah.
But you get access to it the whole time.
Oh, yeah. That's what they always tell you.
Thank God I can still go to the gym that you're making me pay for.
That's why you gotta cancel it at like that time where it's like right before your next renewal.
No, I totally get that. I'm just like, I didn't know about the.
Yeah.
This hasn't happened to me before. And if it has, I wasn't paying attention. I gotta go check. You know, this is why those programs or apps that say, hey, do you know how many subscriptions you have? This is why those exist. I used to think it was because people were dumb and they just like, oh, I forgot that I had Hulu. Oh, I'm still paying for MILFHunter.com? No, it's because people just keep charging stuff. And then you're like, no, I canceled it. I just assumed that when I called and they said, yes, it's canceled.
It's canceled.
Would be, not that there was a 2-for-1 discount happening.
Oh, man.
So I still have access to that gym until the end of the year. But there's not one close to me.
Oh, God, that's the worst.
Yeah, like... I mean, there's one moderately close, but now that everything is right here, it's just so out of the way.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Damn.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
Judy. So I meant to tell you, we were watching the hockey game last night.
Mm-hmm.
I am fully convinced that the NHL is going to end up being the most popular sport in North America.
Ooh.
As soon as they get, I called a while ago. I said I'm done.
He did.
Oh, see, yeah, I can't. Thank you. Father of the Year. What's up? Let's go.
He did.
Asho Jones. He's coming. You know who's not coming on the show? Ramon. Night, buddy.
Good night.
Judy says night. Okay.
Oh.
I wish you could have seen the EP's face too. She looked at me like, are we doing this or what the hell? We're your family. You're out here talking about porn and you don't have time for your family. Father of the Year. What's up? Appreciate me. Titties.
Okay, so NHL North America taking over?
Yes, it's going to be. As soon as they get like some actual, and I don't know anything about Bettman. He probably is all the things that I'm about to say, but we need one that actually does the kind of stuff that I need, not just does whatever, right? Mm-hmm. We need someone to come in and like Americanize the promotion of the sport. So we need some good old boys from New York City to go over to the NHL offices and just redo the way that they do branding. We need just lots of titties.
Yeah.
We need lots of those.
Titties, okay.
Here's my reason for it, right? A, we already have in that sport, in my opinion, the best of all the sports we love in America. Okay. We get the scoring of football in which there's just little enough that when it happens, it's exciting. But we also get the constant motion of basketball, right? Everything's always moving together. So as far as a sport goes, it's already what we want. Why do we not like it? Because we can't see where that fucking puck is half the time. That's why. True. It's not a good product for TV.
Yeah.
So the first part is when technology gets to the point when we actually can see where that puck is, whether it's because we can now put nano chips in it and it gives like a fluorescent essence on the screen, or if because we get it zoomed into our head, we can see everything like we're at the actual game. Or whatever, right? Maybe they create a surface that they can skate on that's just one big screen and there's a circle around the puck wherever it is because it's one big ass screen. Whatever that is, when that happens and people are able to actually sit and watch it enjoyably at home, it's going to be the most popular thing. Now, that is not even the reason that I initially thought of this thought.
Okay.
That's just the byproduct, right? Mm-hmm. The thing that made me realize that the NHL is going to be America's favorite sport is because they do shit that America loves. Do you know what the celebration last night for the Knights and what it is like basically around the league? You know what night it was that they were celebrating? Dad's night.
Aww.
The Knights all brought their dads on the trip with them.
Aww.
They
I
had
love when
a
they
box,
do that. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They do that's what I'm saying. Americans love that. They love family. They love Americana. You know, you get a bunch of moms and you put the little gold lady jacket on them and they're all in the booth and oh my God. Oh, Jack Eichel's mom. I could see it. I see the resemblance right there. Oh my God.
I do love their theme nights. You're right. They are good. They are good. I like them.
Hold on. Apparently I didn't send... I know I sent it to him. Hold on. Now I gotta try this again. Welcome to the inner workings of a conversation.
Wait, are we going to have Ramon on for like 20 minutes?
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay.
Let's go invite Gmail. Let's go. And no, we're not having Ramon on. We're having Ramon on. Please get it right. Yes, that's right. I am typing very slowly because I want to get it right. I want to make sure that I spell this man's very unique email correctly. All right, so there's that. Oh, we'll see what happens.
We'll see. By the time Ramon gets on, we're going to have 10 minutes left, so we'll just give him 10 minutes of the show.
We'll just let him talk about whatever, honestly. Like, what do you think about life, friend? But yeah, they already do marketing like that with families and everything, right?
Right.
So they've already got the base in there. As soon as people start watching and appreciating it, then they'll already have the other stuff cooked in. So it'll be, it's optically pleasing and it makes me feel good on the inside. Why do you think the NFL sells so many of those goddamn sweatshirts and shirts every year in the salute to service line?
Yeah.
Because it makes people feel good that they're supporting the military. Also, those brown ones are fire. I've been trying to get a Seahawks one. They are sold out.
The brown one?
The sweatshirts. The sweatshirts.
Oh,
they look cozy. No, if you've watched a football game, you've definitely seen them.
Okay.
I'm just because they've been everywhere.
Okay. I'll have to take a look. They look cozy.
I don't know, Ryan. I only watch Second Marriage Mike games. Okay, was it a Second Marriage Mike game? No, I didn't see it.
Was he wearing it?
Probably. I bet you he was. Honestly, that thing. He looks like a guy who would wear something cozy as fuck, and that thing looks cozy as fuck. So
cozy.
But yeah.
Okay. So let's say NHL. Now they like all of the major sports, right? Like basketball has like their big star, like LeBron James. Who would be like currently? Who would be like that big star?
Connor McDavid.
Okay.
I mean, he is by all apparent. So it's either you do one of two things. You do the current star, which is Connor McDavid,
right?
Or you build it up on the future star, which is Connor Bedard, which is the new kid in Chicago.
Okay.
I know you have no idea. I get it. We're talking inner workings of you started this conversation. I didn't want to get in, I just wanted to have a happy conversation about how there needs to be more titties in hockey. And you're all like, well, who would be the star? How would we actually conceptualize this marketing campaign so that the NHL can take over? So I'm telling you.
Okay.
You do it with the best guy. Okay. You do it with the best guy, or you do it with the Connor Bedard was just drafted this year, number 1 overall, and he's supposed to be the next guy that I was talking about 2 seconds ago. Jesus
Connor
Christ.
David.
Yes, McDavid. It really does just go that. Yeah, it goes just like that.
Wow,
Good Lord.
we just saw that happen too.
But that's how you do it if you're talking from a star point. But like I said, I personally, you can add all the beer and titties you want to the NHL, I think, until you're able to get people to be able to pay attention to it on TV.
Yeah.
So,
well, I did see that the NHL draft next year will be at the Las Vegas Sphere. Did you hear about that?
I mean, no, the only thing I heard about the Sphere is that like it costs $230 million to build it or something like that.
Some crazy number. I don't know.
And nobody wants to buy tickets to anything in there.
That sucks.
Like,
I heard it could give people like vertigo just the way it's like.
Well,
I don't know.
Also, I heard initially too that they were having issues booking acts.
Oh.
Because if you do a show at the Sphere, you also have to program an entire show at the Sphere.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you have one of those full encapsulating dome show files chilling from that last gig you did at the Garden,
tour, right?
You know. So I heard that was a big issue for a while too, is just as far as getting time. But look, at the end of the day, it's a hotel. The hotels rarely fail in Las Vegas. Like it's built in. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I don't know. Where is Ramon?
I don't know where Ramon is. I'm guessing he said that the link wasn't coming through, and I said, "Oh,
I think he's just making that up."
No, don't do that. Honestly, the one thing I will say about my boy, right? Because he sent me a screenshot.
Okay.
So
okay.
But the one thing I will say, he might be on some CPT, right? And look, if you don't know what CPT is, I don't got enough for you. Like, if you know, you know. He might be on some CPT. He may be. I'm not saying he is. So for when this does get clipped by somebody else in the future, I'm not saying he is nervous, but he could be. But the one thing I will say is he is not a flake. I barely talk to him, and he is one of those guys that he just, if I asked him and it didn't put himself or his family in a terrible spot, he would be there to help me, right? So I don't think it's anything bad. I honestly think, look, if anyone's going to get the benefit of the doubt, it's not going to be the technology of this show, okay? I kind of refuse to blame anything until we've proven that you know how in Asia you're guilty until proven innocent? Yeah, that's me in this show. This show is guilty until proven innocent. I need to see at what point the link was delivered to his server before I start believing that our show did anything wise technology.
Oh man.
So I have a question for you, Judy, and I just want to know if this is like PC to say.
Okay.
Is it still okay to refer to menopause as the change?
I don't see anything wrong with the change. But I also don't think I've heard any of like my older female colleagues or relatives ever call it the change. So I don't know.
Is this Ramon? Did he finally join us?
Is this the infamous Ramon?
Yes.
Sorry I'm late.
That's okay. We got 8 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Bad. Too easy. Let's get it done.
All right. Real quick, since we are talking, Ramon, have you heard of it called the change when a woman goes through menopause?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Is it still okay to say the change? We live in a world in which people get upset about a lot of stuff. So I don't want to upset people if I call it the change.
I think it just depends on how well you know, I guess, your person or your audience, whoever it is you're talking to.
I got to worry about feelings now.
Not necessarily. It's more or less you're directing your ideas toward a certain goal.
And that goal is to be able to say the change.
If that's what you want to say.
Look, I think the main question here is, would you say this to your mom?
Are you saying me or Ramon?
Both of yous.
Because I'll say what the fuck ever to my mom.
Yeah, you're right. Okay,
I once brought a girl that I was dating home, and at dinner said that and I didn't use the N-word. I said that she had called me the N-word. And the girl I was dating was white as rice. So
oh my God.
Why would you set her up for failure like that? Just
because my mom knows me. She instantly knew. No, she didn't, Ryan. Shut up. That's what she said. So.
Oh, man.
So, yeah. So, yes, I'll say that my mom's gone through the change or going. I don't know at what. I'm getting old, so I can only imagine. I hope that she's done with the change by now. I hope that she changed.
I mean, everybody's different, so yeah.
Okay. All right. 6 minutes left.
Okay.
I know Judy wanted to ask you specifically about some stuff. So, but real quick, is there anything normally when people come on, and you're our first guest ever. Thanks for making a long appearance. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Look, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're totally fine. You got life, and I still just appreciate you coming on. I'm still going to bitch about it. And when if you listen to the actual show and not just our TikToks, you're going to hear me complaining later. But that's okay. It's kind of who I am. The one thing, usually when someone comes on, they're promoting something, right? And you were just like, yo, can I come on? But is there anything specific that you want to talk about? Do you want to share with our 37 subscribers on YouTube, 37 strong?
Man,
Let's go.
I appreciate you, 37. So as far as promotional, I want to say about a month ago, I was called by a friend who his son and my son both played 8U football together. Like tackle football together. He gave me a call about a month ago, said, hey, I have an opportunity for you. Do you want to coach? And I said, absolutely. I love the game. I love everything about it. I love teaching. I just love it. So he told me that there's a new league out here, fairly new. It's called A7FL, and it's 7-on-7 tackle football. So when he told me this, I was like, okay, we'll see about it. It's been all over Facebook. It's kind of yada yada, but I actually went out to my first practice, saw the guys putting in the work, put in the time. It's just the same as XFL, and it's crazy. Like these guys have no pads on, no helmets, just mouthpieces playing backyard football, and they want it badly, and it's amazing to watch.
Wait, I'm sorry. I missed. These are adults?
Yes.
Oh,
I thought they were kids at first.
Yeah.
I was like, oh damn. I was like, is Asher gonna get on this?
Because what's the name of the league again?
A7FL.
Okay, yeah. So I heard 7. I was like, oh, that's how old they are. Okay.
So my friend called me,
A7 NFL.
He let me know that they had a coaching position open. So I stepped on for a team called OTT. We unfortunately lost our first game, but our next game is this Sunday at Bonanza High School at 7:00 at night. Games are actually on Fox 5 at like 7 or 9 or something like that. But
it's Fox 5 in Las Vegas. We're a worldwide show.
Yeah, I get that. Like, I'm just telling you, locally in Las Vegas, it's on Fox 5.
Ooh,
but yeah,
okay.
Well, that's
games are
exciting.
every Sunday. They bring it every single practice, and they bring it every single game. So
if after we get done, send me a link. I'll link it in the body of the show. So for anyone who's interested, especially since we record on Thursday, we post it the following Tuesday, all that kind of stuff. For whatever schedule is available, it'll be posted down in the show. Now I got to remember to actually post it. So, oh damn, I don't want to be that.
Don't worry, I'll bug you about it.
I'll remind him also.
All right, so we got 3 minutes, but really we got 8 minutes because I'll go 5 over. I'm gonna sacrifice Judy's sleep because
I'm so sorry,
honestly,
Judy.
I wasn't expecting Ramon to hit us with something so fire as promotional. So I was like, all right, this will take 12 seconds, and then we'll move on to stuff. He's like, yeah, my kid did art, and it's on the refrigerator. I love you, Billy. By the way, you have 2 children, right?
I have 4.
4
kids, okay.
Yeah, they also have a couch that turns into a bed.
I hope so. We have a 9-year-old, 2 6-year-olds, and a 2-year-old who will be 3 on Christmas Eve.
Oh my God!
Oh, how are y'all handling that?
I'm hurt. I'm not gonna lie. I am absolutely hurt. Between Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, I'm an adult with kids now, so I can't really go out New Year's like that anymore. Mm-hmm. And then my twins' birthdays are January 10th. So I'm hurt. Like, my soul hurts.
I feel like y'all didn't plan this out.
Oh, they planned part of it out. They planned that bed part out.
Why you gotta be like that?
Because this is how the show is, man. Like,
I'm just saying, some people like to get active. That's all it is.
There we go.
That's it.
All right. Judy had questions for you. So please, Judy.
Yes. Okay. So Ryan prefaced that you just moved back to Las Vegas. Because I wondered, I go, oh, I've met some of Ryan's friends.
Not just, but you had moved away for a while because you were in the military.
Yeah. So yes. In 2015, I joined the Army. I was a 27-year-old private learning from people that were younger than me. And that was a different experience. There's nothing like being told what to do by somebody younger than you who hasn't lived the same type of life, but has a pure goal in mind. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was difficult.
That's literally why I didn't join a fraternity. No, so I went to college later in life, right? Like I was probably around before you went to the military, but later in life. Yeah. And I'm walking up and down fraternity row when they're, trying to, whatever it's called, when people try to join.
Oh, Pledge Week.
Pledge Week, thank you.
Pledge Week.
Right? And I'm looking at these 19 and 20-year-olds, and I'm like, I couldn't listen. I couldn't take this guy seriously if he was telling me what to do. I just can't do it. Yeah, because here's the thing. I know that if I had actually been in a fraternity, I would have been like the fucking mascot, right? Wouldn't have mattered how many kids I had. Wouldn't have mattered what other things I had going on. I would be at everything. Oh, that's our gone. I'll be at everything fraternity related. But like I said, as soon as I saw, some 12-year-old trying to tell people what to do, nope. So, but that's honestly commendable that you were able to put something like that, that you were able to get through it, that you were an actual man, you were a real man, unlike me, who was not a real man, who was like, no, I got to not listen to children.
It has nothing to do with being a man or being a woman or anything like that. It's about your own self-integrity. It's about holding yourself accountable.
I don't like this,
And if you can, I'm sorry, bro. But
I feel like we're going to need Ramon back on the show for like a full segment because he's like dropping all this insight to us. And
no. Because
it's not doing justice.
Look, I feel like I'm getting first date Ramon right now, okay?
What?
I feel like I'm getting the version of Ramon that you get on the first date where it's like super nice and very astute and and you know what? I feel bait and switched. It was a bait and switch.
It's been the theme of today's episode, apparently.
No, I was actually blessed enough and good enough to have a recruiter who told me the truth before I went. He said, I mean, you're a little bit older, you're physically fit. Your problem isn't going to be sticking around or people in your face because you're used to it from sports and the way that you were brought up. Your biggest issue is going to be other people because you have 18-year-olds who are just getting out of mom and dad's house. You have 21-year-olds that never had a job before. You have 23-year-olds who never really did too much or listened to anybody, and they're throwing 80 to 90 of these people in one group and saying, hey, you're one of 4 groups and you guys got to work it out. Like day one, they tell everybody to load their bags in there. They don't care how it goes in there or whatever. An hour later, they dump out everybody's bags when they're like at their dorms, and they're like, hey, you have 30 seconds to find your bag. Go. And everybody panics. You can tell the people that like actually have like military families or people who have talked to them before, because they'll literally just grab 2 bags and go back to their spot, realizing that if everybody just grabs 2 bags, goes to their spot, and then fixes it upstairs, it would be so much easier.
Huh. What a test.
See, so
that's all it is. It's a giant mind game.
So
it's making
that's
sure that they
okay.
can get to you.
So the military matured my man. Okay, I get it. Like,
can I ask
what?
Can I ask what made you join so late in life?
I graduated high school. I pretty much got my shot in college, and I blew it, like most athletes. Came home, decided, you know what?
I want to ask real quick.
Go ahead.
Did you blow it? Like, did you get injured? And you don't have to go into details. I don't want details, but did you get injured or did you just mess your chance up?
So I literally went to play football, nothing else. Mm-hmm. I did go to class. I did a good deed, but in my head, mentally, physically, I was there to play football. I wasn't there to do anything else. And my freshman year went great. Didn't have any issues. I didn't go out. I didn't drink. I didn't party. I didn't do anything. Sophomore year, I was like, you know what? This is a waste. Like, get out of your room, go socialize. And that was my complete downfall, because I was like, yeah, I'm here to play football and have a good time. And that have a good time mentality ruined everything.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So ended up coming home, getting a second shot at a different college, and pretty much I couldn't afford it. Like flat out couldn't afford it. So came home, started working. It got to the point where I was working 3 separate jobs and was still broke. Couldn't do anything with it. So finally I was like, you know what? This is it. I signed up for the Army on my sister's birthday, which was August 28th, 2015. And by September 28th, 2015, I was in Fort Lee, Virginia.
Wow. Did you meet your significant other in the Army or military, or was it before?
I met my first significant other when I was still in Vegas, right before I went to the military.
Because he be fucking.
What? Why you
gotta put his business like that?
He said first. I didn't say it. He said it.
So my first duty station was Fort Bragg, North Carolina. They've renamed it by now, but as far as I'm concerned, it's always going to be Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Things went awry. There were some faithfulness issues on both ends. So I can admit that, and I can be a grown up about that. But she was doing a lot of extra stuff that I won't go into. All I know is at the end of the day, I ended up getting custody of my kids, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
My second duty station, I told them I wanted to be closer to home. I requested Fort Carson, Colorado, but I ended up at Joint Base Lewis McChord, Washington. So I kind of got closer to home, but not in a way that I wanted to.
Right.
After 2.5, 3 years there, my contract was pretty much up. I was getting heavier and heavier and heavier. Turns out that I had a parathyroid issue, and they were not willing to work with me on it. So I said, I'm good. I'll catch you guys later. And they released me. I am now 100% medically discharged. So I get pretty much paid $4,000 a month to do nothing but wake up.
Okay. Wow.
All right. Well, that will do it for a conversation with Judy Ryan.
I'm saying, like, wow.
Right here on YouTube at TABPOD. No, I mean, look, honestly, we do have to wrap the show up.
We'll have to bring it back.
That hurts me. I mean, I'm happy for you.
know.
I'm very happy for you. I just also wish that I could get fat and because of that get $4,000 a month. That's all. I want something like that.
Oh, well, that's the thing is I'm actually like losing weight now. Now that it's after the fact, I'm losing weight because
But that's what I'm saying. I want to get fat, and then because I got fat, I want someone to pay me $4,000 a month. That's what I'm saying. Because then when I got the $4,000 a month coming in, and I don't have to do anything, I have time.
Now
to
you
go
can
to the
just
gym
focus
now.
on myself. Yeah.
Yeah, I get to work on all my mental health.
one thing I will tell you though, like a lot of people are like, oh, freedom's free. It's not. If you join the military, do your homework. They will use every little last bit of you that they can. So you need to do the same thing right back. You need to get yourself in school. You need to get yourself whatever platitudes and educations that you can, because the Army is going to use you. As far as they're concerned, you are a 24/7 soldier. Weekends and holidays do not apply.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean,
Wow.
to be fair to the American, like, you're not wrong, Ramon.
No.
I'm not saying you're wrong. To be fair to the American public, though, I would say a lot of people would feel like their employer also feels the same way, where weekends and holidays don't apply. But
Yep.
that's a discussion for another day. Okay.
It is.
Yes.
But no, we are definitely going to have you back on.
I'm all for
for a
it.
plethora
All
of
for it.
reasons. Mostly because I could just tell by the way Judy's looking at you. Like, if she still lived in Nevada and you guys both weren't in committed relationships, that she
Oh, I'm
would be
single.
like, oh, you are?
I'm single.
Oh, okay. Well, if she wasn't in a committed relationship, sorry to do that to you, Judy. Like, my bad. But if, that she would definitely be like, hey, yeah, like, I really like the way he talked. I don't know. Like, he spoke to me. So if you could, like, get me his number, I don't know.
I'm so over you right now.
I feel like that would happen. So I want more of that. I want more of the sizzle. I like the chemistry that you guys have. Keith's never going to let you back on the show. I could already tell by the way I'm doing. Oh, but no, seriously, we'll get you back on.
Yes.
So you can experience more of my shenanigans. But thank you for being our first ever guest.
Yes.
It really is nice to have
Absolutely.
someone that I have known since high school on the show. Unfortunately, we're just not going to get a chance to talk about anything from high school or anything that happened before.
That's
we went
on
to
the next
military.
time we have you on.
We're
Yes.
just that
We
was
need
a one-time
all the
only.
stories.
It was a one-time only, and it's not going to happen.
Almost 20 years ago now.
Yeah, exactly. There was no
Almost.
social media, so it didn't happen.
Talk about this 20-year reunion y'all gonna have next year. So we gonna talk about this again. Don't worry.
Oh man! All right, we will talk to you next time right here on A Conversation with Judy and Ryan, and maybe
Bye.
Ramon. Bye.
Let's go.